to be a reading for my Virgos. Let's see what the general energy is looking like around you at the moment. Any information that you may be looking for to book a personal session with me, I will have listed in the description my website, my other social media accounts, and everything. Let's see what's going on. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What's the general energy around you? We got the Ace of Swords, we got the Crone of Wands, Knight of Wands, and also the Temperance card. So immediately it's going into clarity. There could be an important conversation that you end up having during this time frame, or answers that you finally get from a person. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from certain individuals, like maybe you apply for an apartment, maybe you were waiting on answers in regards to whether or not you got hired. Some sort of answers or clarity is going to be coming to you during this month. Another thing that I'm picking up on, or not month, this week. Another thing that I'm picking up on, there could be a significance around Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo during this time frame that you could either end up interacting with. This could be the person that's giving you the clarity, the understanding. If not a fire sign in particular, if you've been dealing with somebody who's been energetically hot and cold, one second you think that you guys are in a good space energetically, the next second maybe you and this person are not. There could be a blow up, there could be a conversation where certain things are just kind of brought to the surface and it's high and it's intense. So I would choose to temper yourself and your response and how you go about handling the situation so that it doesn't become like misunderstanding out of understanding, if that makes any sense. Another thing that I'm seeing, your patience is being rewarded. You could start to see certain things grow or certain things start to manifest in you being diligent and you being consistent. Okay, consistency, patience is starting to pay off for a lot of you when it comes to some sort of creative endeavor or some sort of passion project. You could also feel really motivated during this time frame, Virgos, to get back into working out or getting back into your creative endeavors if you haven't been as consistent. That's also another piece. I'm also seeing, okay, so there could be this strong chemistry between you and someone here. You may not be trying to go for the kill, though, because of the fact that you may not know what to, expect if you were to actually try to like directly approach the situation. Even though you and this person are very flirtatious with each other, it's just the question of, okay, am I overstepping my boundaries? Is this actually real chemistry that I'm feeling? So that's another thing that you're having to navigate during this week. Now, what's the advice for you? So I got the Nine of Wands in reverse that revealed itself. I got the Six of Swords, I got the Devil, and I also have the Seven of Swords. So the advice for you is to be stress-free. I don't think that there's anything that you need to worry about in terms of how the future is going to play out. And if that has been like a big thing for you or a big issue is like, oh, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if things are going to get better. I don't know how this situation between me and my lover is going to play out. Trying to maintain stress-free or maintain your sense of peace is going to be the most important thing. Because if there's going to be resolution, I do see resolution for a lot of you with your existing relationship. You may be needing to just find peace in all of this in order for things to actually get somewhere. Because if you're anxious, if you're worried, you're not really thinking about what you need out of the relationship anymore. It's just about, okay, are we going to get back together? Are we going to fix things? So right now you need to have more of a peaceful demeanor or a peaceful energy in terms of things working out down the line anyways. Another thing I'm seeing too, the way you're going about stress management as a whole, like when it comes to work, when it comes to life, there needs to be a new approach other than maybe like avoiding your feelings, or if this is even like substance abuse too. And this is only specifically for people who are struggling with this, with the Devil card. But what else am I seeing? Another piece of advice is to stay away from anybody who is blatantly avoidant. Like, if you ask them straight up, clear questions, and you're constantly in this space of seeking understanding or feeling like the truth is just not lying within someone, you really have to ask yourself, how long can you continue to deal with somebody who is just blatantly dishonest? And how much room will you allow someone to continue to lie? Until you're like, okay, I really can't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. Anybody who's like this, I mean, a liar is a liar is a liar. Okay, so what are you unaware of, Virgos, for this week? I have the Two of Cups, I have the Death card, I have the Four of Cups, and I got the Sun card. So immediately, what you're unaware of, someone could be really pissed that you decided to choose your personal peace or create a boundary where you're not accepting the bare minimum anymore. Like, you have clearly drawn a line and you have made it clear in terms of what you will and will not accept. And this person is really, really upset. This could be a Scorpio. I'm getting Leo energy that's showing up here. Those are like the main signs. It could really be any zodiac sign. But the fact that you're creating some sort of boundary and you're saying, look, I don't accept X, Y, and Z, or my expectations are X, Y, and Z, they could be really, really pissed that the situation is over. For others of you in general, there could be an ex that's really going through like an emotional battle when it comes to you maybe shutting off emotionally, or you could be taking more of this like approach of disconnecting, not answering calls, not answering text messages. Okay, and this is not just limited to love. Like, this could be a family member, this could be a friend, business partner. This is not limited to just one area in your life. But someone is definitely mad that you're choosing to shut them out and to not entertain the foolishness anymore or allow them the space to keep treating you a certain way. Another thing that you may be unaware of, there is a soul tie that is like slowly being broken. The more and more that you kind of realize maybe things that you didn't see before because you were so distracted by other things that were going on in the connection, there could be things that you're starting to realize about this person's character, who they are as a person, and your view of them is changing. And this is essentially going to break some sort of soul tie. It's slowly happening though. Another thing that you're unaware of, something is going to make you really happy during this time frame. This could be you seeing somebody who you haven't seen in a while. This could be a conversation. Something is going to happen during this time frame that gives you not only a sense of clarity, but also a sense of happiness too. Now, what do you need to avoid over the next week or so? I have the Two of Wands, I have the Fool card, I have the High Priestess, and I also have the Chariot. Okay, so a couple zodiac signs that I'm getting here. I got Aries, Pisces, Cancer energy. Doesn't have to be specifically those zodiac signs, but I'm just telling you what I do see. Another thing that I'm picking up on, what you may need to avoid. You may want to avoid giving certain individuals chances where your intuition tells you not to. Like, if your intuition is screaming at you and you have to literally fight with yourself to like almost give someone another chance or give them the room to come back into your life, that may be a sign within itself. Okay, if it is that much of a like thing where you're torn or you're like feeling this push and pull thing going on, you may need to take a step back and not make any decisions during this time frame. Okay, also not going too far with any purchases. Like, when it comes to a car, if some of you are going to buy a car during this time frame, make sure you're not committing to something that you can't do long term or that you can't withstand long term. Okay, also, if you're like relocating, that's another thing that I'm getting. I would say make sure that you're taking in consideration of all the things that go into this move, like job hunting, like all the different things that you may need to sort out first. So make sure you're not rushing a move is like another piece of advice. Okay, let me pull some cards from here. What's the general energy around my Virgos for the week ahead? Ooh, okay, so I have enlightenment, which is the lotus flower. And I did see that in the beginning of the reading. It kept talking about clarity. I also have abundance. So it's talking about money coming in. Not just money, but a lot of support, a lot of opportunities. Abundance just means a lot of something. I also have feather, which represents messages. I have yield, which represents patience. And I also have bees, which represents community. So this could be a great time for you to hang around friends, hang around family. For my people who are building a community online, you could start to find like your soul tribe is another thing that I'm picking up here. But there's certain things that are going to be brought to the surface, I'm telling you. And I did see something about patience in the beginning of this reading as well. I'm telling you, patience is going to be paying off for you. And you like showing up constantly just out of the pure love or the clear intentions of what you're trying to receive out of, you know, what you've been putting your energy into creatively in terms of entrepreneurship. Okay, your spiritual journey. You're going to start to see results or things start to pay off in you actually consistently showing up. Another thing with feathers showing up, this card comes up when there's certain synchronicities or there's literal things being dropped in our path. So if you are seeing like feathers, or if you are seeing like little things being placed in your path, pay attention. Okay, this is a week of paying attention to the present moment so that you could see what spirit is trying to say to you. A lot of times when we feel like we don't really have a connection to our spiritual team is because we're not being as present in the moment or in the now. But this is what I see. I do wish you the best of luck, and I will talk to my Virgos in the next one.